Hello, welcome to the December Astrology. My name's Donna Page, and this is for Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising. Thank you for joining me for this December horoscope, and it is 3 weeks before the Sun will go into your sign. And these 3 weeks are preparation to clear the decks and get ready for the new year. The month of December begins right off of the Sagittarius new moon that happened on November 29th. And the cycle will unfold throughout the month until the next new moon in Capricorn on the 28th. So, therefore, it happens in a sector of your chart that represents taking some time out and retreating. Now, it's a very busy month, and holidays, all of that. And it's not as exactly as if you will be able just to go off and totally do your own thing, but having a little bit of time for relaxation and meditation can be extremely beneficial. On the 2nd, Mercury goes into your sign, and it will be there for weeks because it will go retrograde this month. And that is a good time to, again, to think about what you want. And the December also begins with Venus in your sign, and that's also a positive energy. So even though there might be a little bit of, what's really, am I happy, am I not happy vibe, Venus in your sign is saying there's good things all around you to look at, to be, one thing here, I'm grateful for this, well, I'm grateful for that. Now, on the 10th, there is a combination between the Sun and Saturn in Sagittarius. It's the last one that will happen for 28 years. And the last 2 years, as Saturn's been going through Sagittarius, and will, again, for another year, the essence is to understand where you could be holding yourself back or where you could be your own worst enemy, so to speak. So you've probably been doing some of that inner work. You've probably become more conscious and aware of what makes you tick. One more year, and actually this year, because there's so many positive, what's called aspects or combinations, harmonious combinations with planets, that the work that you've done can really pay off. On the 13th, there's a full moon in Gemini, highlighting your house of work, all the stuff that needs to get done. Now, the house of work is different than the overall larger career perspective, right? Because sometimes we need to do the work in order to be able to get to that big picture. And that illumination on the full moon has 5 planets in harmony. And that represents that this can be a time where you can be illuminated, see that, well, if I do a little bit every day towards what is important to me, I know I will be able to achieve and accomplish that which I want. Now, Venus, having gone into Aquarius on the 7th, is also going through the sector of your chart that represents money. And you may feel a little, want to spend money. Let me just say it that way. And then, or actually it can be that you find some nice things to spend money on. You spend your money on. So and especially gadgets, because there could be some gadgets or innovative things or something that it makes you feel a little bit unique or special in some way. And of course it is time to buy, it's present month, right? Holiday time. And you may find unique and unusual gifts that also fit your budget. Now, the 19th, as I mentioned, Mercury will go retrograde in your sign, and that happens on the 19th, and will be retrograde for the next 3 weeks. And the same day that Mercury goes retrograde, Mars goes into Pisces. Now, Mars going into Pisces is a time where you may modify your communication a little bit. And because Mercury is retrograde and Mars is going into the sector of communication for you in Pisces, it does mean there could be some miscommunications, or I thought you meant this. So it's important not to second guess what somebody means by something, especially if it's something that you feel is disrespectful, that even if that the words might be interpreted as disrespectful, get a good understanding of where they are coming from, so you don't build up barriers and you have harmony in your relationships. On the 21st, we have the solstice. So that's the beginning of your birthday cycle, when the sun goes into Capricorn, of course. And then the 24th, we have that beautiful Saturn-Uranus trine exact. It's in orb, what's called orb for astrologers. It's in harmony for weeks. But it will be exact on that day, the 24th, and then 2 more times in 2017. So it's a precursor of what's to come. And what it means for you what it means is Saturn is about being able to build something, the effort. Uranus is about making change. And where it's falling into your chart is that what you have worked on to understand yourself better, in terms of how you could hold yourself back or where you could be your own worst enemy, and developing your intuitive powers and developing your spiritual grounding. It works together with able to build, to start new things. And also that Uranian energy's been, charging away in a part of your chart that does represent new beginnings, but it can manifest as change around your family, change around where you live, change around just what you always used to think or always used to believe from your early years. On the 26th, Jupiter joins the party in opposition to Uranus. And Jupiter-Uranus is sudden, unexpected things that can really blow open life. And it is for your career, because Jupiter is in that sector of what is it that I want to do and accomplish in my life. And that sector, astrology calls it career, but I call it life. Because a lot of times we work a job, but our heart, what we want to be known for, is really our career, our life. And so it can blow things open in terms of opportunity. Now, the new moon is in Capricorn, of course, on the 28th. It's that collective energy. What do I want to plan? What do I want to accomplish? All those good Capricorn things. And collectively for the planet, because we're moving into the new year, there's that collective energy to do that. However, this new moon is very special because Uranus is at the strongest point of the year, moving direct. And so you may put out your goals, do your visualization, your meditations, creative visualizations, but allow to do the Uranian energy to give you insight in how it can be accomplished in ways that you perhaps never even thought of or thought were possible. Have a great month, and thank you for being a subscriber. If you're not, please subscribe so you can find me another time. Thank you.